Morning. Just about to move the lambs on a herbal lay. We end up splitting this field into 6 and we've grazed them in there, giving them 3 days per section, unless you go on a stag do and then it's 4 days. Guilty. This is what we're on. It's ryegrass, clover and chicory. It's like the dream to wean lambs onto. And it's mad, the government actually pay farmers to put this in now. Mental. You can claim something like, I think it's £350 a hectare, £330 a hectare per year to plant this stuff. Costs about £300 a hectare to establish, so after year 1 you are quids in. So they've been on this one 4 days, grazing it down to about that, and then they're straight into that one. 3 more sections and then hopefully we'll start again, because our lives have been on hold for the last 3-4 weeks. We haven't known what we're doing. We were obviously going to try and hold all our lambs and get them fat, but I really just lost the hunger for it a bit at the minute. Last year was too much. We just simply don't have enough land and it's not easy to get, and we get farmers hand-me-downs and all I do is ring farmers like, oh, has anyone got any grazing for me? And I'm just sick of it. Like, I just can't be arsed with it at the minute. Part of the reason that I really wanted to get our own farm tenancies, just so we got some security, so I know what's going on in the winter, because right now we don't. We never know. So yeah, I'm just a bit fed up with doing that at the minute. So I booked in this 300 lambs out here. I booked in 100 for Ashford on the, I think it's the 25th of August. I mean, it's not the end of the world. Everyone's got grass fever. The prices are crazy. Good store lambs are in the 80s all day long. When the price is good, you sell. When the price is bad, you buy. That is the key. I'm going to clear up 100 and we'll probably look to sell most of our lambs in the next 6 weeks. We'll run some round and I'm going to hold some ewe lambs this year, but that's the plan for now. But currently I am still sulking, so it might change. Godsend this stuff is. Absolute godsend. What we're going to do is just push them through into this one, which is never easy because they are scared of that fence, and that shall complete my morning. Moving lambs is a bit of a nightmare. They're like a shoal of fish. I put 2 coal ewes out here with them just to sort of keep them calm, and thought, oh, we'll just be able to cool the ewes through the fences because we've been moving them on fences all winter. And nah, not at all. That doesn't work. In fact, the coal ewes are a pain in the backside. One of them runs on the outside like that and they just don't stop. They just keep going. See? But also note, not one single lame lamb. Don't look at my ewes. Don't look at the ewes at all. But the lambs, feet have been sound all year. Just don't understand. But the ewes, I don't know what's happened. The last sort of 3 weeks, they just given up. Just like, no, we want 3 legs, that's it. Job's a peach. Because there's so much vegetation on the fence, and it's a lot, like there's a lot of fence out here. We've upped our power. You'll know I love my units from Voss. You get a lot of bang for your buck from Voss. This one is a 7.6 joule. That bad boy. We have been livening it up in sections, so that fence does that quarter, that fence does that quarter. There's one down the middle, does the whole lot. Pretty boring stuff. Hopefully I won't get nicked, because these are like 150 quid now, so please don't steal it. It's not the best, but it's okay. So we just came to a farm that we grazed to electric fence some fields to get some ewes here this week, and something really cool is going on. I won't show you this. So this farm here is a fruit farm, and basically it costs so much money to grow fruit now that it's not even worth picking. So last year this farm lost a fortune picking fruit, so they said, well, sod it then, we're not even going to bother this year. And then they found a charity. I'm going to get someone from the charity to talk to you, tell you what it's about. Basically they've come out and they're picking food for, I don't know if it's homeless people, or I think they feed schools and things like that, so people that can't afford food. They basically get some volunteers along and they're picking all the plums today. How cool is that? So it's not going to waste. Fruit on these, unbelievable. I think so many, I'm gonna have them, you know what. Right, so this is Josh from the Felix Project, which is the charity behind it. You can just explain what it is, what the Felix Project do.
So the Felix Project rescue surplus food from around London and distribute it out to over 1,000 charities and community organisations around London. So we collect food from all levels of the food chain. It can be farms like this, distribution centres, supermarkets, all the way down to cafe and delis.
Yeah.
And we collect it and we move tons and tons of food out of our 6 operations around London every single day.
Pretty cool.
We deliver around 30 million meals a year.
Really?
Like that, yeah.
Oh wow. And
a lot of food, yeah.
So you feed in basically schools, like kids that can't afford food?
Yeah.
Like,
so we do a lot.
I can't put it right.
No, it's cool. So we do a lot of schools, and we do like homeless shelters, women's shelters.
Yeah.
Salvation Army, Ronald McDonald House, things like that. Some
really?
recognisable names like Mind or the Red Cross or Whitechapel Mission, things like that.
Yeah.
All the way down to local food markets like Lewisham Local or Brixton People's Kitchen, that kind of thing.
And how do you find the volunteers to do this? Because
So
that's quite a cool idea. I heard about how they did it.
We have a lot of volunteers. We have about 900 regular volunteers, but we have a roster of about 8,500 volunteers overall.
Yeah.
And we get volunteers from a range of different ways, but most people find us through social media or through local volunteering groups, and things like that. But anybody's welcome to join. So if you do want to join, just
and you're in London, especially.
And you're in London.
You're based in London.
We are a London charity. Yes.
And do you organise guys like how they get here to this farm? So
yeah, we do warehouse work. So we have 4 warehouses in London where people come in and sort the food and take it out.
Yeah.
But then we have a central London operation as well, where it's like an A to B delivery service. So you're walking around or cycling around, collecting food, deliver it out. And then we have seasonal work like this in the farms.
Yeah.
And we'll pay for people to get the train out to Kent or to wherever the farm is.
Yeah.
And we'll pay for food and pay for the whole day.
And you do a lot of corporate people, don't they? So if you have an office and you have like a team in that office and you want to do almost like a team building exercise, isn't it?
Yeah. So we get a lot of,
and you want to help at the same time, you can basically get your whole office to in touch with the Felix Project, and they organise stuff like this. So they come out on farms, pick fruit, stuff like that. It's a cool idea, isn't it?
Yeah, we get a lot of corporates who want to use their volunteering days with us. So they'll come to it and they'll send like 6 people to us for 1 or 2 days. Yeah. And we'll take them in, they'll take us to our kitchen, and we'll cook fresh food every day and send it out to charity organisations and things like that. And this is popular with the corporates as well. Yeah. If they want to come and they want to send like 200 people out into the farm, and we can facilitate that.
So what's going to happen with those plums now? Where do they?
So these plums are going to go direct to charities. Yep. So we have a lot of volunteering with Amazon come and they give us a lot of free labour. Do they? And they'll come and take out to...
But Amazon as in like...
Yeah, Amazon.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Jeffrey, the boy.
But most of the time they will go to our depots. We've got 4 in North, East, South and West. Right. And then our volunteers will take the plums in, or all the produce, they'll sort it out into different trays. Yeah. And then that will then get picked up by our drivers and driven out to a range of community organisations around London every day. Wow. It's a massive operation. We're London's biggest food distribution service. Really? Yeah. It's a lot of work, but we have a lot of volunteers. We have a lot of support from His Majesty and from Sadiq Khan. Really? And from the JLA in general. Nice. And we have relationships with all the big supermarkets, get all the food from Ocado and Waitrose and Amazon Fresh and M&S and things like that. Sweet. So it's very much wholesale scale. It's huge. That's a big operation. We work very much with distribution centres rather than individual shops. Yeah. And we support food banks. So if you're going to get food from a food bank, it's very likely that they will have got that food from us in the first place. Really? And we're the support behind the food banks and behind the community organisations that feed people in need. Yeah, that's so cool. But that's it. Like I just thought this was quite a cool story because I told you all before about how they're it costs so much to just the food industry is just so messed up at the moment that this farm weren't even going to bother picking the fruit. And this is so cool now, not to see it go to waste. If you want to, I suppose you can donate to Felix Project. You can donate to Felix Project. Give us a Google. You can see what they do. There's lots of information on there. And if you live in London and you want to come and volunteer with us, a couple of days then sign up and come and join. Come and join one of our info sessions. Perfect. And come along. We'll be happy to see you. How good was he on the camera as well? Got all those plums, pallets and pallets of plums. I'm going to get run over by Amazon. They kind of pick it up. Slick operation. How cool is that? Right, so I better get back farming now because I've been slacking. Right, so what we are doing, well I am not because I've been lazy, just fencing 2 fields here. One of them is something called AB 15. Been in for a couple of years or whatever. You get paid to put this in to take it out of variable rotations. It's basically all clover. As you can see, it is, that's my shadows in the way, there's one. It's in better days, but obviously it's all seeded. Don't know why Defra made this a thing, but a lot of it's clover.
They pay really well on a subsidy for this. A lot of smaller farms are putting this in. But yeah, so now we're allowed to graze it. So we are just electric fencing these blocks off. I mean, there's not a great deal of goodness left in it, but views are just drying off anyway, so it don't really matter. We don't need to be fleshing them up yet. It's only mid-August, so yeah, they should actually quite enjoy some of that. There is some better stuff down there, kind of, somewhere. If you look really, really close. The old quad looking sweet. Looks like Zoe's run out of wire. Right, let's finish this up and we're done. On the evening chores back where we started this morning, just double checking they were in and we needed to move their water troughs. So here we are. Just wanted to say something. Gonna be a bit of weird timing because last night I posted the video of our attempt to get a farm tenancy. But I'm not gonna show this for about 2 weeks. So it's gonna be a bit weird that I'm still going on about it, but it's the first opportunity. I've got to say, like, I didn't realise the response I'd get from all of you guys. The amount of messages I've had today, amount of people just being nice. Yeah, even like just everyone. So thank you. I promise I won't go on about the farm anymore, but it's only because I posted the video yesterday. Really, thank you very much. It's been really, really supportive, I'm not gonna lie. So appreciate the messages. Look at this ewe lamb. Absolute humdinger of a ewe lamb. The farms are few and far between. There's not enough to go around and they're very hard to get. So yeah, it was just pretty unlucky. Yeah, I'm still really gutted about it, but we got to move on now. It is what it is. But yeah, I just really wanted to say thanks for the messages and that. It's been really cool. A bit of a weird YouTube day, wasn't it? I'll get back in the swing of these. So thank you very much for watching my YouTube. Till next time.